Technics, their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Sanders, a first down, still going. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. This one out quickly to Watkins. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hurts. On the crossing route, complete. That's Foster. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. first carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Looking to throw. Bright. Dancing to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
45. Mike, 45.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running left, Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. From the gun on 3rd down. Bright. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Hurts gets this to Sanders.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the handoff, Gainwell. Gainwell a first down and more.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Sliding out of the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Hurts.
Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the rumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bright, escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down, Bright. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bright.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down. Bright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
That ball caught by Harrison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On 1st down, Bright.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on 3rd down, Bright.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Bright. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Sanders has the first down and much more. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Second down at 7. On the run is Gainwell.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They'll look to throw here. Left side here to Sanders. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Going for it with Sanders. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. On 1st and 10, Bright. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Bright. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his second, 3rd quarter in Indy. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the Colts have scored to move in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back to throw again. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Once more, Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Bright. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter. You're going. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Tackle by Avonte Maddox. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, Bright. That is caught. It's Perriman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Bright. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Chicago.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
We got 4. We got 4. High 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And it'll set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Bright.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort.